Welcome to a series of Capcut video editing tutorials. In this video, we'll be talking about the interface of the app, and I have to say that it's a great video editing app for beginners since it has a user-friendly interface and all the basic functions to help you get started with your video editing experience. You can edit videos for YouTube channels, for TikTok, for Instagram Reels, just whatever suits you. And you can download it directly on the website, clicking on this button here, or from App Store or Play Market on both your computer and smartphone. It is completely free. However, there are some functions inside the app that are pro functions where you need a monthly subscription, but most of the functions are still usable for those who don't have the subscription. So let's get started with the introduction to Capcut and its interface. Before doing it, I would like to download videos from the website called pexels.com. It's Creative Commons Zero videos, so public domain ones. And I would like to download different videos of different ratios. So for example, this, and this. So once you download both the app and the videos, we can get started. Press on this big button, Create Project. And we see the interface of the app. There are 4 windows. On the top left is where we will be importing our media, as well as putting effects, transitions, and filters. On the bottom there is timeline, it's where we cut our clips. In the middle there is player, or the viewer, where we can preview the video. And finally, on the right, there are details of our project and its settings. For now, it just shows the basic settings, but as we will be editing the video further, it will have more tabs that we can also adjust. So let's start with giving our project a name. First, we click on Modify button here and name it however we want. We can leave the default settings as they are because Capcut should adapt them to your computer, but if your computer is slow to process high-resolution videos, then you can toggle this proxy button and save. And now finally we can start by actually editing the videos that we're gonna import. So let's click on this button here. And I'm gonna select the videos that I want to import into the app. Here they are. They have already been selected. And on the right here we see 3 buttons. It's the view of the videos that we have imported. So we can view them as grid. It shows also the length of the video and the name, and we can also sort them by time imported, time created, the name, the type of the video, and the duration. I will leave it like that, but you can choose whichever is more comfortable for you. Here we have the filter of the media that we import. So we can view all the media, just the video, audio, or just images. For now we have just the videos, so let's leave it to all. To add the videos into the timeline, you select them like this. If they have the blue outline, then it means they have already been selected. And then just take it and drop it here. And here they are in the player view, in the player window. We can preview by clicking on the space bar on your keyboard. All of these videos have different ratios, so this one has a big surface of black borders around it, and I would like to change that. So Capcut has this function called ratio and the button here. It has all the ratios from landscape to the ones suitable for Instagram or TikTok, the 9:16 one, and other vertical ratios. And there is also a custom window here where you can put your own resolution. But for now, I'm just going to use the 1:1 because it's something in between the horizontal and vertical videos. As I was saying previously, this window on the right will have new tabs opening as we will be progressing in editing the video. So for now, we need the video tab here and the function called scale. And what we're going to do is we're going to scale the videos so they cover these black borders. So now all the videos are covering the whole surface of the screen that we need. And another thing to make your work more organized and to help you not get lost within your media is to create folders. So to create it, you just click on this window here, new folder, and name it how you want. But I will leave the folder 1 name for now. And to drag the videos in there, you select them with your mouse and drag and drop. And now we can create a new folder and drop the other video here. So this is just an example of how you can do your folders. And you can also create folders for your audio, animation, photos that you made in Canva, stickers, etc. Just how you prefer it. It's just a little thing to make your work more organized. And I want to show you some basic commands with the timeline. So the first one is if you want to zoom into your videos to see them precisely. For example, if you want to cut it somewhere in an exact moment, then you can press Command plus on your keyboard and it will expand the video on the timeline. And there's also this bar here on the right where you can also come and adjust it even more or less, come back to the beginning like this. Another useful instrument that you can use in your timeline is this command split. So it splits the video in two where your playhead is. So for example, I put it here and I click split and the video is split it in two, and I can do that so I can put another video here to make a transition or to add something else. It's up for you to decide. And there is also a shortcut which can shorten your work. It's Command B, and wherever your playhead is, it will also split the video there. And to undo that, you can either press on this arrow here or on Command Z. And another instrument is delete left or Q, which deletes the media that is located on the left of the playhead. So it doesn't delete the whole thing here, but just deletes this fragment from the beginning of the clip to the playhead. So I do that and it deleted that. And same thing with delete right or W. It deletes the fragment that is on the right until the end of the clip. Like that. And again, to undo everything, just Command Z. And a few other functions on the timeline is delete. So let's say we split this video here and the video on the right is selected, and we can just press on delete and it will be deleted. Another thing is to mirror, like this. It just mirrors the whole clip. Same with rotation, it rotates it by 90 degrees. And there is also freeze. If you have a video and there is a fragment that you want to be static for longer, then you can just press on freeze and it will freeze that exact moment on the video where your playhead is. So as I just did, I put the playhead here on this moment and click on freeze. So this moment will be freezed for 3 seconds, and you can also adjust it, make it longer or shorter. It makes a fragment of a clip static for the time that you need, like that. I don't know if it's very visible in this video because it's generally not that dynamic, but we can do it with this clip here so you can really see the difference. And you can also be moving clips in the timeline like this, and making transitions between them to just kind of make it more dynamic. And you can even layer the media that is on your timeline. So it just means that the clip that is on top will be playing. And the last thing on the introduction of Capcut on desktop I want to show you is the shortcuts. So I told you before the shortcuts for split, delete right and delete left. And there's also a shortcut B. It calls out the blade, and wherever you click with it will cut your clip in two. And to go back to the arrow or the instrument that was directing the whole time, you press on A. And here the clip was cut. And to trim the video that you have, you can see there is like some the black bracket here, and it trims the clip. So this was a short introduction to interface and the basic functions of the timeline in CapCut Desktop. And to export your videos, you just press here on the export button, and you choose where to export it, for example to your desktop, and press export. Otherwise, if you want to save it for now and you are planning to edit it later, you can just press here and CapCut will automatically save the whole project. It actually automatically saves the project throughout your progress, so you don't have to worry about saving it manually every time you exit or the app crashing, because everything has already been saved. And now let's get into the introduction to CapCut on the phone. Let's get started by downloading CapCut. I have already downloaded it, so just press open. And here's the home page of the app. The interface is a bit different, however, we still see the button that says new project where we click. And we can import the video that we have just edited on the desktop, so these three. And here you can see that we don't have to add it manually to the timeline as it is already there as soon as we go to the main page. There are no shortcuts on the phone because, well, you don't have the keyboard, and basically the whole interface is just more compact, but it still has the same functions as the ones on the desktop. Also, when you log into CapCut, you can log in with your TikTok, and on the desktop you can also do that, but I think on the phone it's more convenient as it is faster. So to do the things that we have done on the desktop, but here, if we want to split the video, we just press on the fragment, and here is the playhead, and we basically control it by moving on the screen on our phone. So for example, I want to split the video here, and the second half I want to delete it. In this video, I'd like to trim it, and you just scroll. And another thing about ratios, when you scroll on the functions here on the bottom, there is this function called aspect ratio. And as we did previously, we choose 1:1. And to scale it, you just take your two fingers and scale it like that. On the phone version, for some reason, CapCut also adds this little watermark at the end, which you can also delete. And you can also use pretty much the same functions on the timeline, like if you want to move the position of each fragment, you can just do that. However, you can't layer them. You can just move the clips without layering, and there is no import window, so you can't make folders and you can't sort your clips, which might be uncomfortable for some people, like especially if you're editing a big video for YouTube, for example, then it might be very uncomfortable. But if you just do a small little video for Instagram Reels or TikTok and you need the templates from there, then CapCut on the phone is a great option for you. And to export the video, you can click either on this blue button export or on this cross on the left. And it saves the video that you have just edited to your projects, wherein you can come back later and edit it further. And for now, we can finish the introduction to the basic functions in the timeline. And you saw how different the interfaces on desktop and phone works, and for which each of them is used for. So I hope you found it useful, and thank you for attention.